Hi, Taurus. I'm a little hoarse still after I'm feeling much, much better, but my voice is still a little bit hoarse. So bear with me as we get through this reading. Welcome to March 2019. Um, one of my least favorite things to do in my job is to tell one of my favorite signs who does not like a lot of change and chaos in their life, that their life is about to change as they know it because of the planet that is moving into their sign. And we all knew it was coming. I don't know if you remember last year how you felt as Uranus moved into Taurus. It was probably, I think it was like April, May. It was May time frame when Uranus moved into Taurus, and then it went retrograde, went back into Aries, so you got a little bit of relief, but you had a taste of it. It was almost like this taste test, this hors d'oeuvre, if you will. It was a really bad hors d'oeuvre. Kind of changed your life around a little bit, made you realize where it was that there was chaos in your life and where you kind of needed to rein yourself back in. And Uranus is moving into your sign for the next 7 years. Uranus is a planet of chaos. It's a planet of change. It's a planet of transition. It rules Aquarius, which is innovation, which is technology. The last time Uranus was in Taurus was right after World War II, when in the 1930s, when the Depression hit. So hopefully positive changes this time. Really looking forward to what Uranus is going to bring in Taurus. I actually think that it can't get much worse than it already is. But I've always been a very optimistic person. Optimistic thinking is the thing that I do. And sometimes Tauruses can't really, Earth signs are realists, so we can't really look on the optimistic side of things sometimes. So I want to help you through this. And this transition isn't going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, because the things in your life that need to shift and the things in your life that need to change, um, it's all for the betterment of your growth and where you want to go from here. So let's I already feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. So let's just relax, get into it. I'm using my coffee mug. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that this is my late aunt's coffee mug, who was a Taurus. She passed away in August, and I snatched it from her house when we went down to Florida. It was one of her favorite coffee mugs that she used every single day. So we have the very calm Taurus energy with us today. Mercury is already in your 11th house, but it'll be retrograde in your 11th house, and your 11th house rules your friendship zone. So and Mercury is the planet of communication. If you feel like you need to get out and be with your friends, I almost want to say to do that. I kind of feel like they can help you through all of this. It will be like a pressure cooker. You will feel like you're kind of pressurized a little bit as the planet transitions from Aries into Taurus. It's already making its way there. Transitions on the 4th of March, I believe. The decisions that you need to make, don't feel like you have to make them right away. I don't feel like March is going to be a month of you making really fast decisions. If you already have things kind of lined up for yourself, that's good. But allow the energy to work with you. Don't fight against what is not working. That's going to create more chaos in your life. So we have the 3 of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the 4 of Wands. I feel like coming together with friends, being with people who know you, being with people who love you and support you. It's a really big thing right now. The 3 of Cups for me represents your soul tribe. I know a lot of people see it as a third-party situation. That very well could be. There could be too many people that you're having to deal with all at once. It doesn't even have to be romantic. That could be creating chaos within itself. Your structure, your home environment is going to be very, very important to you. If you feel like you need to get organized, now March is probably the time to do that, to try and start getting things into place. You may not feel like you can think very clearly, The Knight of Wands is kind of that wishy-washy nature. If you're dealing with a fire sign that you just can't pin down, that you can't figure out what's going on in their head, be patient with them, because fire signs are a little bit fired up right now too. Mars is also in your sign, and it is going to be in Taurus until March 31st. So with all of this fire energy, with all of this Uranus chaotic energy that's going on, you're going to see where it is that you're not quite, where you don't quite fit in anymore. And the universe is trying to push you into action. And I know with Judgment, and it could be within a relationship, or you could be dealing with a Gemini also, with the Lovers here. Excuse me. I'm telling you, man, yeah. The throat chakra has been on, it's been working all day long today. So, Judgment, karma. I understand that it's not the most comfortable place to be in, to have to be honest with yourself and say, this is no longer working. Because when you have to be honest with yourself and say, this is no longer working for me, I need to do something different with my life. I need to do something different with the direction that I'm going, with the people that I've placed myself around. I understand that that is not the easiest place to be in, but it's for your own good. When we get the Judgment card, it is a day of reckoning. It's a call to action. And in order for you to see clearly what you need to see, sometimes Judgment needs to come in and kind of blow a horn in your face. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So if there's an air energy or a fire energy that's just kind of swirling around you like a tornado, I want you to pull back from that. It could be this is very much Gemini, Mercury energy, and Geminis right now, with the placement of where Mercury is and where the placement of Mercury in retrograde is, not the best relationship or the best situation to be in. Patience is definitely key. You guys are really, really good with patience, but I think your patience is going to be wearing very thin in March. So if you find yourself stuck in the middle of an argument with somebody, pull back. You be the bigger person. You allow yourself. So we have, if you're dealing with a water sign, the King of Cups with the Three of Cups. If you're dealing with a water sign, I feel like there's almost a union here. There's almost a union quality that's happening with this water sign. It's almost as if this person can kind of see who you are. They might even be able to calm you during this chaotic time. The Knight of Wands is not being able to pick a direction and just decide on it. It's somebody who's very passionate but doesn't really know exactly, like, sure, I'm going to go this way and then I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to go this way. I think your best bet is allowing yourself the space to not feel guilty, because I feel like you're not even entirely sure where you want to go when it comes to your 10 of Cups. And the 7 of Swords and 10 of Cups on the Knight of Wands really makes me feel as if there's like this guilt factor here. If you need to emotionally detach for self-preservational purposes to get to your 10 of Cups because you don't exactly know what direction you're going in, which end is up these days, that's fine. You can detach from situations. If you feel like you can detach from situations and you have a friend or you have somebody near you that is kind of understanding the situation that you're in, or the mindset that you're in, that's good company to keep. The people that you can't figure out this month, they're not going to be able to figure you out either. So allowing yourself, the Seven of Swords for me, yes, it can often talk about deceitfulness. Yes, it can talk about lies. Yes, it can talk about people not being on the up and up with you. But it actually represents the moon in Aquarius. And people who have their moon in Aquarius can detach from situations emotionally for self-preservational purposes. And I don't want you to feel guilty about that, because this guy kind of looks like he feels a little bit guilty for having all of those swords in his hands, and he's walking away. I think in order for you to find your ultimate happiness this month, it's within that detachment, and it's within allowing yourself to do that without feeling guilty about it. Let's see what the Four of Wands is, because I kind of feel like this has to do with your home environment, that you may have to remove yourself from family situations, and possibly an air sign, possibly an Aquarius. If you are dealing with an Aquarius within the home and they seem kind of cold, they're needing to detach as well. It's their planet that's moving. And sometimes we have to have that alone time. So if this is occurring for you, if this is something that is, I know I keep sighing very deeply, because I feel, again, the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it's not the easiest energy to get through, but you're going to survive it. You will. I promise. You're going to survive it. And it's not something that's going to last forever. This energy, even though Uranus will be in your sign for 7 years, it will even out. It's not going to be something that's just going to be like bogging you down the whole time. Let's see what Judgment is. What is Judgment? Judgment is that call to action and making decisions. It's going to be very hard for you to make decisions, like I said. I think by the end of March, once Mercury starts to go direct, even though it's still in its post-shadow period, the Libra full moon will probably shed a lot of light on the action that you need to take in your life. Once Uranus gets settled into your sign, and the Libra full moon at the end of the month, I believe it's March 28th. I could very well be wrong, but I believe it's March 28th. Once we get there, I think that you will have a much clearer idea on the things that you need to end and on the things that you need to continue on your way. So, yeah, and I feel like if this is a Gemini you're dealing with, they're really kind of searching for their independence right now. It's like they want to be in a relationship, but they don't want to lose themselves either. So with the Nine of Pentacles here, it's all about being abundant within yourself. Don't lose yourself within a relationship. Don't allow that, don't become codependent on a relationship. The Nine of Pentacles is asking you to remain steadfast, stay in your lane, basically. Don't allow the codependency to drag you down in a relationship. And Geminis are really looking for that independence this month too. The balance will be restored. The chaos is going to subside. The balance will be restored. The Justice card is saying it's okay. Things will begin to even out. Again, by the Libra full moon, there will be a much easier energy. There will be something that kind of clicks that allows the karmic retribution to even things out. In the meantime, Mercury retrograde is asking you to sit still through all the chaos that's ensuing around you, with the Hanged Man, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Sun, Temperance, and the Five of Wands, the Hermit, the Two of Wands, the Four of Swords. Okay. Make sure that you're allowing the energy that you're giving back to everybody else, you're also getting back in return. Because I think you need to look at the Six of Pentacles in a different way. And I think the Hanged Man is kind of saying that as it came out. Because the more you give back to a situation that is no longer giving back to you, the more you're going to be begging for that attention from somebody. You don't need to be doing that. And it doesn't even have to be in a romantic relationship. I kind of feel like romance has been put on the side table for you right now. I think that you've been working very, very hard for your goals. I think that there's a lot of abundance that's coming to you. It's not going to be really easy to get there, but it's going to be totally worth it once you're there. With the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands, sure, the fight is hard, but look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've grown in the last couple of years. Look at everything that you've accomplished. And allow yourself to take the time this month. You don't have to rush into things, not in March. You can still get things moving. You can still move forward. You can still continue on the path that you want to go on. But the more you fight the energy, the harder that Ace of Wands is going to be to get. And that's a gift from the universe. This is a passion project. Maybe it's the spark of a new relationship. Maybe it's the spark of a new idea that's coming to you. With the Sun, clarity is there. And it may not be there until closer to the end of the month, but it will be there. The Sun provides prosperity and happiness and abundance and life and clarity and just a bright day, right? And that's what Pisces season is all about. And then Aries season at the end of the month. We're coming up into your season. And you want to be prepared for your season to be able to have fun and to be able to relax and have a good time. Please be patient. If there's a Sagittarius around you with temperance, if there's a Sagittarius around you that's just creating conflict, kind of pull back from that situation. I feel like that there's a need for you to be even more patient than you already are, because Taurians are the most patient of the zodiac, I believe. I know Sagittarians can be very patient as well, but a Taurus is much more patient in my mind, sometimes to a fault. So don't give all your patient energy away, but within the midst of the chaos, be the calm. You know, be that eye of the storm, the one where all the calmness is, where all the chaos is going on around you, and you're the steadfast calm. And if you need to rest, rest, because you have big decisions to make. The Hermit, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Swords. If you feel like you need to make a decision about a Virgo in your life, take some time away and meditate on it and rest on it. If this doesn't have to do with a Virgo, the Hermit card is asking you to go inward. And again, be the eye of the storm, because you don't have to engage in the chaos that's going on around you. And Tauruses don't like to engage in the chaos anyway, so don't do it. You don't need to. There's no reason. You can allow yourself to take a little rest, maybe a vacation. And if you can't take a vacation, just take a couple hours for yourself in the middle of the day or at the end of the day. Say, I need some quiet time. I need some quiet time. If you're waiting for a water sign to show up in your life, they're moving very, very slowly. I kind of feel like this is a situation that you thought was going to happen and it came crumbling down. If the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Page or the Knight of Pentacles makes me feel like the reason why this is going so slowly and you've been waiting so long for something to happen with it is because it's a no-go. If this is not a particular water sign in your life, if you've been waiting on anybody to show up in your life and they are giving you excuses as to why they cannot show up in your life, what does Mama Betsy always say? if they are not choosing you every single day, they are not worth it. Always, always, always surround yourself with people that choose you, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. You may feel like everything you have worked for is falling away. This is an illusion. March is one big fat illusion. It's not as bad as it seems. The star with the tower is saying there is hope beyond the chaos. And I don't want you to think that this is a negative reading, because this is actually a very good reading. This is me telling you how to get through the energy that's going on around you. This does not mean that your life is falling apart. And one of the biggest things that I want you to remember is that when you allow yourself to work with the energy and you don't fight against it, and you allow the universe to work in your life and you don't fight against it, that's when all of your wishes and dreams can come true. You will have a lot of healing moments, a lot of aha moments, and a lot of moments that are going to break you down in ways that you probably did not want to be broken down. But on the other side, on the flip side of it, you're going to get everything you've ever wanted and you've ever dreamed of. Probably more than that. So let it work for you, because this is not a month to try and control things. There's no way that you can. You won't be able to control anything. And the more you try and control the energy, and the more you try and control the chaos that's going on around you, the harder it's going to be to get through it. So I love you guys so, so much. If you would like to do an alignment coaching session with me, I am offering alignment coaching sessions where I help you master yourself, come into alignment. When we're in alignment, we can manifest things in our life. Things flow to us so much easier. The month of March may be a time for you to want to learn how to come into alignment with yourself so you can flow with the energy and master your emotions. When we're in alignment, money comes easier, relationships come easier, career comes easier, your soul purpose comes easier to you. So consider that. Alignment sessions, coaching sessions, one-on-one are 20% off. I'm also offering a course on March 10th and March 17th. All of that information is on my website. Also, I'm offering 20% off of tarot readings as well. So check all that out, fearlessintuition.net. I love you guys so, so much. Of course, if you need anything, check me out on Instagram. I am always there, and I'm also on Twitter. I love you guys. Bye.